Hello, I hope you're keeping well. Today, I'd like to talk about that endless subject of debate, BBC balance. At the moment, just about everything we BBC journalists write and say is under the microscope. That's absolutely as it should be, because everyone pays for us, and they're totally right to expect that we'll report in an honest and balanced and unbiased way. This basically comes down to being fair to all sides of the argument. We're expected, rightly, to understand what the argument is and what people are thinking and saying about it. And we're told in no uncertain terms that we mustn't slip our own prejudices in. Does that mean our reporting should just be a bland, ultra-factual, he says this, she says that kind of thing? Well, when I joined the BBC in 1966, the Director General, the great Sir Hugh Green, told us that being balanced and fair didn't mean we had to be even-handed between things that were clearly morally right on the one hand and morally wrong on the other. And he used apartheid in South Africa as his example. He wasn't telling us to be anti-apartheid propagandists. We had to be completely fair and honest there too. No twisting the facts. But there was no obligation on us to balance every anti-apartheid view with a pro-apartheid one. Decades later, after lots of criticism, the BBC eventually made a rather similar judgment call about climate change. It's a proven scientific reality. So when you interview climate scientists, you don't need to get a climate change denier on to provide some sort of completely phony balance, as we famously had done with Nigel Lawson. Still, the subjects that's been tearing our society apart for the last 10 years are different. Scottish independence, Brexit, Jeremy Corbyn's leadership of the Labour Party, Boris Johnson's government. How you think about these things is a matter of conviction, not of moral right or wrong. Of course, politicians are always keen to get the BBC to say things that are favourable to their side of the story. And when we don't, they're only too happy if people on social media accuse us of being biased against them. But everyone is free to make up their own mind about our broadcasting. Do you feel that this particular report is fair and even-handed? Or, if you're honest, is it really because you're just annoyed that the report isn't slanted in the way you'd like it to be? In the final analysis, a judgment on our broadcasting is about tone, the way it comes over. In September 1939, when Britain was just launching itself into a life or death war against Nazi Germany, the BBC governors gave some advice to their journalists about how to behave in wartime. You could sum the advice up by saying it was this: just be calm and fair. The governors finished their advice by saying, above all, there must be no room for ranting. I still think that's brilliant 80 years later. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.